Hey, it's Paul here. All right, so today we thank you very much for your questions, and I wanted to give an answer to one question first, and that is the number one question I got, which is how to find Chinese buyers. Very, very simple question, very straight up. So it's the heart of the matter. How do you meet people? If you can't meet people, if you can't find buyers, people that are interested, there's no way you can close a deal. So how do you find these Chinese buyers? So I'm going to give you a very, very simple thing, which we talk about a lot in the product, is a company called WeChat. W-E-C-H-A-T. You can see it there on the screen. And it's a mobile app, so it's on BlackBerry or Apple or Android. And go into the store and download and install WeChat. And this is the best way to connect with Chinese people, bar none. It's the hottest thing in China. Everybody's using WeChat. I mean, literally, I don't know the exact numbers because they're changing so fast, but it's literally taking over Chinese communication. In fact, it's gotten so big that China Telecom and China Unicom, they were trying to pass a law to outlaw it because it was lowering revenues from the telecom services because so many people are using this instead of traditional SMS chats. So WeChat is the best way. And how do you use WeChat? So let's say, for example, I just heard that a guy I know, actually, a friend of mine, was in San Francisco, and he wanted to see who was in his area to meet Chinese people. So he got on WeChat, he opened it up, and there's a function called Look Around, right? Looking for the function Look Around. The app is in English. There's two versions, right? There's Chinese and English. So you obviously get the English one if you're an English speaker, and look for the button Look Around. Anytime you're in an area where you think there might be Chinese in the area, that's a fantastic thing to do because it's quite a fun thing, and Chinese people, they use Look Around a lot. I probably use it once a day when I'm out. I just want to see who's around, and how it works is like this. You have on your WeChat, you can have a timeline. So something like Facebook, but it's very, very easy to do, and you can do it really quick. It doesn't take time. You just post a few pictures, a little bit about yourself. People know that you're a real estate agent. Maybe you have some nice listings on there, and then you have some personal things. Basically, post the same pictures that you would post in any other social media. So just throw them up on WeChat so that people, when they look and they can kind of see what kind of person you are, they can get a better view of you. Instead of just a phone number or this is a foreigner. If they see your timeline and it has you taking pictures near Chinese things or talking to Chinese people or in front of a lucky cat or in a Chinese restaurant, or they'll get very curious. Usually they'll think, "Oh, who is this person?" So either way, it gets you a way to connect with them, right? And so you get on WeChat, you hit the Look Around button, and that will look around your area. So wherever you are, if you're at a convention, there's a lot of Chinese there, you'll often get hundreds of people, and it tells you exactly how far away, 100 meters or 50 meters or 300 meters. And then you can, what I usually do is I'll look around. It's great for dating too if you want to meet someone of the opposite sex. WeChat is just a fantastic tool for connecting with Chinese people. So either way, get WeChat and then install it and use it. There's a number of functions on there. We're going to keep it very simple today. Look around, connect with people in your area, because the other question was the common mistakes. The biggest mistake I see is people that are thinking too close-minded. What is a Chinese buyer? They think in their mind they know what a Chinese buyer is. But the reality is a Chinese buyer could be an 18-year-old girl. It could be a family of people. It could be all kinds. There's so many different kinds of buyers from China, and often one person will scout for another person. So I just had a big success where we introduced somebody. I thought they were the buyer, but it turns out they were actually shopping for somebody else. So it's often quite confusing. Chinese people, the community kind of works together to get things done, especially depending on what city they're from in China. But either way, that's how you connect. So connect with people in your area. Let them know who you are, and they'll see that by your pictures. And maybe what I do is if someone sends me a message, because you'll look around and it'll show you who's around you. And if somebody looks interesting, you can just send them a text, or you can send them like a walkie-talkie. You can say hello, or you can say ni hao, or whatever. And if they're interested in talking to you, they'll respond back. So then they'll be very surprised because not many foreigners are using WeChat. So they'll say, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'll say, "Well, I'm at Starbucks on this corner." And then if they're interested, they'll come and meet you. And if not, it's a great way to connect for the first time. You don't necessarily have to meet in person, but the fact that you looked around gave you that connection to them. Now they know who you are. You know who they are because you can see their timeline, what kind of pictures they have there, what their hobbies are, and how they think about life. And you're friends. And you might even know where they work because like I'll check around my office a lot, and then I know, certain people are there in the daytime, they're not there at night. So I know they work in the area. So, it's, meet for lunch or whatever. So either way, there you go. Fantastic way to connect. If you have a smartphone, you can use WeChat. You can find buyers right now. All right. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next episode.